Cackman Field in Marshfield. By the way, let's also mention that the Marshfield Tiger baseball team is playing in town today, facing Midford. That ball game is at Safford Field today, and that game is now underway and can be seen on ZaleskiSports.com. We'll come back with more of our pregame report from Jack Cackman Field following these messages.
High school sports coverage.
In Clover Belt Conference baseball here at Jack Cackman Field in Marshfield. Once again, a rather cool day today, but we'll get baseball in this afternoon. Before this ball game gets underway, let's take a few moments for our national anthem. Is our national anthem. We're set for baseball here at Jack Cackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and Marshfield Columbus and Spencer today in this Eastern Clover Belt Conference baseball matchup. Columbus Dons are in the field. Once again, a rather cool day. Temperature right now, 46 degrees, although it feels cooler than that. But we have winds about 20 miles an hour here at game time today. And that wind blowing across the diamond, it appears. And so that may help right-handed batters in this contest today. We'll see how things develop as this ball game goes along this afternoon. Defensively for the Columbus Dons, at first base, Devlin Timler. At second base, Rocco Maher. At shortstop, Carter Summer. At third base, Ryan Burnick. The right fielder is Nolan Frame. In center field, Ray Becker. The left fielder is Drew Lang. The catcher is Mac Kenichny. On the mound is Carter Eckes. Winds from the west today, again about 20 miles an hour. So that should be a big benefit to right-handed batters in this ball game this afternoon. Right-hander Carter Eckes finishing his warm-up throws as this ball game gets underway. Despite the cool conditions, the crowd not too bad today. Good number of fans on hand to take in the ball game. They got here rather late, I'm sure, sitting in their cars until the last possible moment before coming into Jack Hackman Field and exposing themselves to some cool conditions, but a nice crowd on hand for this ball game this afternoon. They're bundled up with sweaters, jackets, blankets, hats, gloves, mittens. So people well prepared for this ball game today. Well, the leadoff man for Spencer here in the first is pitcher Tyler Peterson. Hitting right-handed. Facing Don's right-hander Carter Eckes. Peterson stands in. And Carter Eckes on the rubber. Readies himself, and here is our first pitch of the ball game. Fastball low and inside, ball one, play underway here at Jack Hackman Field. Columbus and Spencer in baseball this afternoon. 1 ball, no strikes on Tyler Peterson. Next pitch gets the inside corner for a called strike, and the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler could be the ace of this Spencer mound staff this year. Here's the 1-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. At a ball that was a bit low, the count now 1-2. He's pitched a couple of nice ball games for the Rockets earlier in the season. Behind here, 1-2. Peterson back in there. Eckes now winds and throws once again and missed the inside corner. Count goes 2-2. Spencer baseball coach Justin Kinect on the lines at third base for the Rockets today. Now Eckes throws 2-2. Dribbled foul behind home plate. And the count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Very gray, overcast day, but no precipitation. So the field is in good shape. It's dry. And we're set for baseball today. Again, the 2-2 pitch. That's lined to left center field. That drops for a base hit. Cut off by center fielder Ray Becker. A wide turn by Peterson goes back to first base. And the Rockets have a leadoff base runner here in the first inning. Batting next for Spencer, the center fielder Reed Kinect. Some real veteran ball players on this Spencer ball club this year. Peterson, Kinect, Zach Rayburn, Dalton Post. All been around for a couple of years. Reed batting right-handed, he digs in. Peterson leads at first base, held there by Devlin Timler. And the pitch got the outside corner for a call and strike 1. You're listening to Clover Bell Conference Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield. 0-1 pitch on the inside corner for a call strike, 0-2. Also on WOSQFM.com and ZaleskiSports.com. No balls, 2 strikes on Reed Kinect. Eckes throws once again, a big breaking ball rides high. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field. It's Clover Bell Conference Baseball today, the Columbus Dons and Spencer Rockets. 1-2 on Reed Kinect. He stands back in. Eckes gets set and throws. Ground ball towards second base. Picked up by Maher. Goes to Summer for 1 on to first base late. So Peterson forced at second base on that fielder's choice. Kinect now the base runner at first base for Spencer with 1 out for first baseman Zach Rayborn.
First baseman, Zach Rayborn.
Zach digs in, also batting right-handed. Carter Eckes working from the stretch, turns and goes to first base and Kinect back in time. Don's out there with some rather spiffy uniforms, those all blue uniforms with the white pinstripes. Eckes now delivers a swing and a miss for strike 1. Spencer batting top half of the first. No score here at Jack Hackman Field. 1 out, 1 on. No balls, 1 strike on Zach Rayborn. Kinect off first base. Pitch on the way, fouled on the first base side of the play. And a count, no balls and 2 strikes on Zach Rayborn. Once again, the Marshall Tiger baseball team in action today, facing Medford in a non-conference game at Safford Field at Marshfield High School, and that game is now underway. The JV contest right here at Reeves Field today. 0-2 pitch on the way, rides outside for ball, 1-2. So Marshfield and Medford meeting in a JV contest on the adjoining diamond here at Reese Field. 1-2 on Zach Rayborn. He stands back in there. Eckes checks the base runner. Good lead over there. He is going. Pitch on the way. Ground ball toward second base. Glove by Maher. Goes to Summer for one. On to first base for the double play. Dons turn a 4-6-3 double play, and they're out of the inning. Connect forced at second base. And then Summers relay to first baseman Devlin Timler. Doubles up Rayborn to retire the side. In the first for Spencer, no runs on one hit. No errors, no one left on base. After a half inning of baseball, our score is Spencer 0 and Columbus coming to bat. And back to
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
the catcher is Caden Deach. On the mound, right-hander Tyler Peterson. Tyler's thrown well for the Spencer Rockets, has a couple of wins already this season. Emerging as a real ace on this Rockets mound staff this year. He's a right-hander and throws quite well. Interesting that the starting pitchers in this ballgame on both sides are the leadoff batters today. And the first man to step in for Columbus is pitcher Carter Eckes. Carter throws right, but bats from the left side. He digs in against Tyler Peterson. Peterson ready. Winds and delivers. Over at the letters are called, strike one. Columbus and Spencer today. Baseball action from Jack Ackman Field. No score as Columbus bats in the bottom half of the first inning. Peterson now throws 0-1. Ground ball first base side, just foul. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. That wind still blowing quite briskly from the west across the field out towards left field. So if a right-handed batter gets a hold of one today, might go a long way. Eckes stands back in there, no balls and 2 strikes. Peterson ready, winds and throws outside for a ball. 1-2. Eckes with a slightly open stance, digs in once again. And Peterson now throws 1-2, high and to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Coach Kressel mentioned to us before the ball game, rather young Don squad this year, just 2 seniors on this Columbus baseball team this year. 2-2 now on Carter Eckes. Peterson winds and throws, popped up into shallow left field. Carter Lipke moves in, and he'll grab it for out number 1. 1 out in the Columbus first. Here's the Dons catcher, Matt Konechny. Mack standing in, batting right-handed. Peterson working from the windup. And he winds and delivers. Pop foul to the screen for strike one. We do mention that because so many of these young pitchers today work almost exclusively from the stretch. You see that quite a bit now in high school ball. Normally, with nobody on base, you would see a pitcher all the time in the wind-up position. Here's the 0-1 to McInerney. That's over at the letters of call strike, nothing in two. But now more and more pitchers are deciding to throw exclusively from the stretch, even with nobody on base. And they just use that one delivery. Nothing in two on McInerney. Peterson fires once again. Breaking ball missed outside, 1-2. Other games around central Wisconsin today. Assumption at Auburndale. Plainfield Tri-County at Pittsville this afternoon. Greenwood at Marathon. Athens at Nakusa. Abbotsford playing at Oliva Strum today. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peterson winds and throws again. Missed outside for a ball, 2-2. Neilsville Granton at Cadott this afternoon. And the broadcast of that game now underway on 92.7 FM WPKG. Here is the 2-2 delivery. Misses outside for ball 3-2. Also today, Cornell and Thorpe Owen Withey meeting at Thorpe this afternoon. Stanley Boyd at Gilman. Phelps at Rib Lake. Ladysmith at Prentice. Phillips at Mellon. Peterson throws again. A long drive to left field, but Lipke gets back, gets there and grabs it for the out. Hit well by McInerney, but Lipke makes the play for out number 2. Also today, Cameron at Shawamigan. Antigo is at Mosinee. Northland Pines at Rhinelander. Tomahawk at Lakeland, and Appleton East plays at Stevens Point. Don's batter is the shortstop Carter Summer. And boy, this guy off to a great start for the Dons this year. Tall right-handed batter. Peterson ready. Winds and delivers. Over for called strike 1. Spencer nothing, Columbus nothing. Dons batting bottom half of the first. Bases empty and 2 out. No balls, 1 strike on Carter Summer. And Tyler Peterson winds and delivers. A breaking ball missed inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. A couple of games ago, Carter had like 5 RBIs in one contest, hitting the ball very well for the Dons early in the season. Now Peterson throws 1-1, a swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes on Carter Summer. Coming off a very strong basketball season as well. Digs in a ball and 2 strikes. Peterson gets set, throws once again. That ball on the inside corner for a called strike 3, dropped by the catcher Deach. He'll toss to first base to retire the side. Peterson's first strikeout today. Columbus in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 1 inning, our score, Spencer nothing and Columbus nothing. And back with more baseball following these messages.
High school sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Dons and Spencer Rockets today in Cloverbell Conference action.
Third baseman, Dalton Post.
Leadoff man for Spencer here in the second is the third baseman Dalton Post. The Rockets cleanup batter, hitting for the first time today. Carter Eck is throwing for Columbus. Winds and delivers, fouled back for strike 1. No score in this ball game. Spencer batting in the top half of the second inning here at Jack Hackman Field. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s, a strong wind as well. Gray, dreary, overcast day. Not the most perfect baseball day out there, but we're playing nonetheless. 0-1 pitch on the way. A big breaking ball across for a called strike 2. Nice pitch there by Carter Eckes. He gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Post digs in once again, hugging that plate. And Eckes winds and throws. A swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch by Carter Eckes, and Dalton Post out on strikes. First strikeout for Carter Eckes today. The left fielder, Carter Lipke, now batting for Spencer. Right-handed batter. Eckes, like Peterson, throwing from the windup. Sets and delivers. And missed inside for ball 1. Well, a big baseball event occurring on this day in 1910. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss, 1-1. For the first time, a U.S. president threw out the first pitch at a baseball opener in Washington, D.C. Here's the 1-1 delivery in the dirt for a ball, 2-1. That was William Howard Taft. He threw out the first ball at the Senators opener. And the Senators then won their ball game 3-0 over Boston. Here's a high fly ball to center field. Ray Becker drifting into left center field, gets there, makes the catch for the out. 2 down. Coming up next is shortstop Wes Neiman. William Howard Taft, by the way, was probably amongst our presidents the biggest baseball fan. I don't mean that facetiously, because people may know that Taft was also our biggest president, period, weighing over 300 pounds. But he did love the game of baseball. The batter is shortstop Wes Neiman. First pitch inside for ball 1. Spencer, nothing. Columbus, nothing. Rockets batting, top of the second. Bases empty and 2 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. That's lined towards right field and just by the first baseman, Timler, to right field for a base hit. 2-out single for Wes Neiman. That's the Rockets' second hit today. Probably our 2 biggest presidential baseball fans were Taft and Mr. Nixon. They both loved the game very much and followed it quite extensively. And Taft went to the ballpark several times as president. The DH, Jackson Maneke, now batting for Spencer, hitting right-handed. Eckes from the stretch, delivers, popped up on the left side in foul ground, and cannot be caught as the catcher Konechny and the third baseman Burnick converge, but it falls between them out of play. Maneke comes back with an 0-1 count. In fact, the one executive who was probably the most enthusiastic baseball fan of them all was actually Taft's vice president, Mr. Sherman, who would often, while conducting government business on a trip, would stop and watch a minor league baseball game. Maneke stands in. Pitch on the way. Line to left field for a base hit. Neiman to second base. He'll hold right there as Drew Lang gets the ball in quickly. So the Dons allowing that foul pop-up to drop means Spencer has a threat here with 2 outs in the second inning. Batting next is the second baseman, Drake Johnson. Eckes may have balked here. Yes, he did. Eckes lined up in the wind-up position and then shifted to the stretch position without stepping off. And both umpires immediately called a balk. You do see that from time to time, a young pitcher forgetting there's base runners out there, so he'll line up to wind up and pitch and then realize, hey, I need to be in the stretch here. And that happened to Carter, but he switched from the windup to the stretch without taking his foot off the rubber, stepping off. So that means 2 men in scoring position. Eckes now works from the windup. The pitch to Drake Johnson in the dirt, bounds away, but not very far. And covered quickly by Matt Konechny. That's ball 1. James Sherman was Taft's vice president, and often when conducting government business on the road somewhere, he'd stop and watch a minor league baseball game. He loved the game as well. The 1-0 pitch on the way. That's way inside for a ball. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. A threat here by Spencer in the second inning. 2 out, 2 men in scoring position. 2-0 pitch in the dirt, bounds away again, but again Konechny grabs it quickly. The count on Johnson 3-0. First base is open here. And the number 9 hitter is on deck. Johnson stands back in, 3 balls, no strikes. Eckes from the windup fires on the inside corner for a called strike. Now, should the Rockets score here, that misplayed foul pump-up will haunt the Columbus Dons in this inning. 3-1 delivery, grounded foul on the third base side. Count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sun pops out every once in a while, but not very strongly. Still a gray, overcast day here in central Wisconsin. Now Eckes throws 3-2, a breaking ball low and inside for ball 4. And that will load the bases. So Eckes retired the first 2 men in this inning, but then a single, another single, and a walk will load the bases for catcher Caden Deach. Caden batting right-handed. Not a real big guy for a catcher. Eckes from the windup delivers over for a called strike 1. Spencer Rockets with a second inning stretch here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is inside for ball, 1-1. Wind calming down somewhat, but still rather brisk out there. Still on the cool side this afternoon. 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball, 2-1. Deach back in there. The number 9 man for Spencer today. Eckes throws 2-1. Fouled on the right side out of play. And the count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eckes stays in the windup position here. Sets himself and delivers. And missed inside for a ball. The count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And with 2 outs, all 3 runners will be on the move. 3-2 on Caden Deach. Eckes winds and throws again. Over at the letters. Called strike 3. So Eckes pitches out of the jam, and that ends the Spencer threat. Rockets in the second. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, a walk, 3 men left on base. After 1.5 innings of play, our score is Spencer 0 and Columbus 0. More baseball from Jack Ackman Field in just a moment.
Dr. Basic.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by...
What? Emily, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him, and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
The Spencer Rockets and the Columbus Dons meeting today here at Jack Ackman Field. Columbus batting, bottom half of the second. 4, 5, 6 men due up for the Dons against Spencer right-hander Tyler Peterson.
center fielder, Ray Becker.
Leadoff man for the Dons here in the second, the center fielder and cleanup man, Ray Becker. Ray batting right-handed. Right-hander Tyler Peterson throwing for Spencer today. Sets himself and delivers. Up and in for ball one. No score. Columbus batting bottom half of the second here at Jack Hackman Field. Peterson from the windup. Now throws 1-0. Popped up on the right side, and first baseman Zach Rayborn near the bag will call and make the play for out number one. One out in the Columbus second. And the Dons first baseman Devlin Timler now batting. Devlin batting right-handed. Peterson ready. Winds and throws. High for ball one. Green Bay Packers looking for some defensive help. And they're meeting this week with free agent linebacker and safety Isaiah Simmons. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Ground ball down the third base side and just outside the bag, foul. Just foul by inches. 1-1. Simmons is a 5-year NFL veteran. He played 3 years with Arizona, was a first-round draft pick by the Cardinals in 2020, and played pretty well in 2021 with 105 tackles. But prior to the 2023 season, was traded to the New York Giants for a 7th-round draft pick and played the last 2 seasons with New York. 1-1 on Devlin Timler. Pitch by Peterson. Outside for ball, 2-1. He played linebacker for Arizona, but the Giants have moved him to safety. Played safety the last 2 seasons for New York. 2-1 delivery. Got the inside corner call and strike, 2-2. And had 71 tackles for the Giants over the last 2 seasons in New York. 2-2 on Devlin Timler. Peterson ready. Throws once again, a swing and a miss. High fastball, and Devlin out on strikes. Second strikeout for Tyler Peterson. The Dons batter now is second baseman Rocco Maher batting for the first time. Simmons with 21 tackles and 2 passes defended for the Giants in 2024. So he's in Green Bay this week, meeting with the Packers. Peterson throws, a swing and a miss for strike one. Spencer nothing, Columbus nothing. Dons batting, bottom half of the second, bases empty and 2 out here at Jack Hackman Field. Tyler Peterson on the mound for Spencer. Winds and throws once again. Missed the inside corner for ball, 1 strike. Packers have a pretty solid linebacker core, so they might be thinking about a safety spot for Simmons if they do sign him. 1-1 pitch, low and outside for a ball, 2-1. But this time of the year, players come and go, visit with various ball clubs, discussing free agent needs. Maher stands back in there. And Peterson throws once again. Ground ball to third and grabbed by Dalton Post. Fires to first base, a low throw, and it eludes the first baseman Rayborn, and Maher is aboard. Strong throw, just not strong enough. And so an error on that throw by third baseman Dalton Post. Dons have their first base runner and third baseman Ryan Burnick batting for Columbus. Maher at first base with 2 outs. Peterson now in the stretch for the first time today. And the pitch to Burnick on the inside corner for a call and strike one. You do see that this time of the year. Teams bring in a lot of free agents just to meet them and talk about their availability and what they think about playing for their ball club. 0-1 pitch, runner going. Pitch is low and inside for a ball. And throw to second base offline. Stolen base for Rocco Maher. And so Columbus with a base runner at second base. The count on Ryan Bernick, 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoring chance here for Columbus. Peterson working from the stretch. Now delivers 1-1. A swing and a foul back. 1-2 on Ryan Bernick, number 7 man in the Columbus batting order today. Maher at second base runs pretty well. Now Bernick stands back in there. Peterson throws once again. Off the plate for a ball, and the count now 2-2. Two good pitchers out there today, and so runs might be tough to come by this afternoon. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ryan Bernick. And the pitch by Peterson. Missed just a bit low for a ball. And the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Maher looking in from second base, might be relaying some signs there. Now jumps off the bag. And the full count pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. High fastball, and Bernick went off ring to end the inning. That's 3 strikeouts now for Tyler Peterson. In the second for Columbus, no runs on no hits, 1 error and 1 left. We've played 2 innings and our score is Spencer 0 and Columbus 0. And back with more baseball following these messages.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
What do you like most about Columbus Catholic Schools?
Amazing teachers, because they're funny and nice.
It's the small classroom sizes.
Because it teaches us to be kind.
We invite you to check out Columbus Catholic Schools and see for yourself why our students like it here. That if you really want your student to attend Columbus Catholic Schools, we will work with you as much as possible to make that reality. Contact us at 715-387-1177.
I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Third inning. Tyler Peterson leads off the Rockets' third. Takes a call and strike from Carter Eckes, 0-1. Columbus and Spencer meeting in Cloverbelt Conference Baseball today. No score. Spencer bats top half of the third inning. Here's a ground ball third base side, just foul. Count 0-2. Tyler Peterson singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1 on the day. He is the Spencer pitcher and leadoff man this afternoon. No balls, 2 strikes on Tyler Peterson. On the adjoining diamond, Marshfield and Medford meeting in a JV contest, and the Tigers lead that ball game 8-3 in the second inning. The varsity game at Safford Field this afternoon between Marshfield and Medford. 0-2 on Tyler Peterson, stands back in there. Eckes winds and throws once again, missed high for a ball. 1-2. Carter Eckes throwing for Marshfield Columbus today. He's a right-hander. Sets himself and throws once again a big curveball. Breaks too high for a ball, 2-2. Carter by our count now at 41 pitches here in the third inning. And now the 2-2 delivery. Line foul to the first base side. Still 2-2 on Tyler Peterson. Some veteran ball players on this Spencer squad this year. Seen some of these guys in recent years, Peterson being one of them. Eckes throws 2-2, line to right center field for a base hit. gets in that gap, but cut off by the right fielder Nolan Frayne. And Tyler Peterson with 2 singles in this ball game. The Spencer batter now is center fielder Reed Connect. Bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Reed digs in, batting right-handed. Eckes now from the stretch. He'll check Peterson at first base. And the pitch is on the inside corner for a call, strike 1. Connect backing away from that pitch, but still got the corner. Reed hugging that plate somewhat. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Big curveball, that's wrapped towards right field, but right at the right fielder Frayne, who drops the ball. And the runners will move up. That ball hit right at the right fielder Nolan Frayne, but off his glove. And Nolan would have had a double play on that play because Peterson was way off the bag at first base. But instead, it's an error on the right fielder Frayne, allowing Peterson to grab second base, connect to first. Still nobody out. And the first baseman, Zach Rayborn, batting for Spencer. Zach bounced into a 4-6-3 double play his first time up. Hitting right-handed. Pitch by Eckes. He shows bunt, throw to third base on a stolen base try, and Peterson is safe at third base. Connect holds at first base. Peterson takes off, steals third base, but Connect holds at first base. So now Spencer base runners at first and third with nobody out. Rayborn did not offer with that bunt, and the pitch was low and inside. The count now 1-0. Coach Kressel now coming out, asking for an explanation. He thought, I believe, that Rayborn did bunt at the ball, but the plate umpire apparently says no. And Coach Kressel trying to explain to the home plate umpire what he saw in terms of a bunt try, but the umpire says no, he did not offer. And the pitch was not in the strike zone. So 1-0 on Zach Rayborn. Still nobody out. Base runners at first and third. Rayborn shows bunt again. Here's a toss to first base, and Connect gets back safely. Don's believing that the Rockets had a play on here. One ball, no strikes on Zach Rayborn. Stands in once again. He shows bunt, takes on the inside corner for a call and strike, and Connect does take second base. Konechny, the Dons catcher, dropped the ball, so no throw. It's a stolen base for Reed Connect. The count on Rayborn, 1 ball, 1 strike, but now 2 men in scoring position with nobody out. Infield comes in. Pitch on the way, over for a call and strike 2. 1-2 now on Zach Rayborn. He's the number 3 man in the Spencer batting order today. A good scoring chance here for the Rockets. Eckes gets set. 1-2 pitch, a big swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Carter Eckes. His 3rd strikeout today. That's out number 1. And cleanup man Dalton Post now batting for Spencer. Dalton struck out his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. Infield stays in. Eckes from the stretch. Delivers a high fly ball to shallow center field. Becker coming in quickly, won't get there. It falls for a base hit. Peterson scores. Connect takes third base on a blue single by Dalton Post to give Spencer a 1-0 lead. High fly ball to shallow center field. And Ray Becker, center fielder, Carter Summer, the shortstop, could not get out there and make the play. So Peterson in, Connect to third base. And Spencer leads 1-0. The batter now is the left fielder Carter Lipke. Carter flied to center his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Infield now halfway. Dons have turned 1 double play today, looking for a second right here. Eckes from the stretch. Lipke shows bunt. Pitch outside for a ball. Runner going. Throw to second base is in time for the out. Matt Kinichny guns down Dalton Post on the stolen base try for out number 2. And the runner at third base, Knecht, holds his ground. The shortstop, Carter Summer, taking that throw for the second out. Count on Lipke now 1-0. The pitch by Eckes, up and in for a ball, 2-0. So Matt Kinichny throws out the would-be base stealer. 2 balls, no strikes on Carter Lipke. The pitch by Eckes, line to right center field. That will fall for a base hit. Just beyond the second baseman, Rocco Maher. RBI single for Carter Lipke. And Spencer now leads 2-0. All runs this inning, by the way, will be unearned because of the dropped fly ball in right field. 6 hits now for the Spencer Rockets. The batter, the shortstop, Wes Neiman, he singled his first time up. Eckes delivers here, low and outside, gets away from Kinichny. And Lipke takes second base on a wild pitch. That ball in the dirt, and Matt couldn't handle it. 1 ball, no strikes on Wes Neiman. We'll be back here at Jack Hackman Field tomorrow for Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball, the Marshfield Tigers and DC Everest. The 1-0 to Wes Neiman on the way. That's line to center field, and that will drop for a base hit. Lipke to third base, rounding third. He may try to score. Here comes the relay throw from Summer. The throw is there in time, and he is out at the plate. So Neiman singles to left center field, but center fielder Ray Becker to shortstop Carter Summer on the catcher Matt Kinichny to gun down Lipke at home plate to end the inning. And Spencer in the third.
What do you like most about Columbus Catholic Schools?
Amazing teachers because they're funny and nice.
Is the small classroom sizes.
Because it teaches us to be kind.
We invite you to check out Columbus Catholic Schools and see for yourself why our students like it here. That if you really want your student to attend Columbus Catholic Schools, we will work with you as much as possible to make that reality. Contact us at 715-387-1177 or admissions at columbusdons.org for more information.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Have earned several local and international awards. Experience their cheese at your favorite grocery or cheese store.
Left fielder, Drew Lang.
Drew Lang leads off the Columbus third inning. Don's left fielder batting for the first time today, facing Spencer right-hander Tyler Peterson. Peterson from the windup. Sets and delivers. But outside for ball 1. Spencer now on top 2-0. Columbus batting bottom half of the third here at Jack Hackman Field. 1 ball, no strikes on Drew Lang. And the pitch by Peterson. Over at the letters, a call and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. As we mentioned, Marshfield Tigers tomorrow. Tigers and DC Everest at Jack Hackman Field. Game time 5 p.m. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Up and in for a ball, 2-1. Our broadcast 4:45 tomorrow on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. 2 balls, 1 strike on Drew Lang. Peterson ready. He now delivers. A high fly ball to left field. Carter Lipke right there, though, makes the catch for out number 1. That's the third outfield putout today for Spencer left fielder Carter Lipke. Batting next is the Dons DH, Jude Becerra. Jude stands in, batting right-handed. Peterson into his motion. He now delivers. Up and in for ball one. By the way, speaking of ZaleskiSports.com, other ball games on Zaleski Sports today. In baseball, Greenwood at Marathon. That game now underway. Peterson throws again. Over for a call strike. 1-1. Marshfield and Medford. Antigo and Mosinee. Pittsfield and Plainfield Tri-County. And Stratford and Newman. All underway today on ZaleskiSports.com. 1-1 pitch in there for a call strike. 1-2. Softball games today. Assumption at Auburndale. Neilsville at Columbus. Those games also now underway on ZaleskiSports.com. 1-2 delivery. Fly ball towards center field. Connect coming in. Now call off a shortstop, Wes Neiman, who makes the play for out number 2. 2 men down in the Dons' third. Leadoff man Carter Eckes now batting. Carter fly to left. His first time up. He is 0 for 1. Well, the sky's brightening somewhat. We do see some blue skies out to the west and southwest. Not quite as dreary as it's been this afternoon. Peterson delivers here. Fly ball going foul to the left field line. Third baseman Dalton Post will make a run at that one, but falls out of play for strike 1. Our score is Spencer 2, Columbus nothing. Don's batting in the bottom half of the third. Bases empty and 2 out. No balls, 1 strike on leadoff man Carter Eckes. Stands in there once again. Peterson now is working from the stretch. Delivers inside for a ball, 1-1. No one on base. Working from the stretch. Time is called as the cap of shortstop Wes Neiman just blew off and rolled into shallow left field. Umpires called timeout. Wes retrieves his cap. 1-1 on Carter Eckes. He digs in once again. Peterson stays in the stretch here and delivers. That ball hit in the air down the right field line. Widman comes over, can't make the play. Falls in the right field corner. And Eckes on his way to second base with a double. Carter Eckes doubles down the right field line. And the Dons have a 2-out base runner for Matt Konechny.
Catcher, Matt Konechny.
We're going to have a courtesy runner for Eckes, the pitcher. Daxton Wenzel will serve as the courtesy runner. Daxton Wenzel running at second base for the Dons. Matt Konechny flied to left field his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Scoring chance for Columbus here in the third. So Mack digs in, batting right-handed. Good lead by Wenzel down there at second base. Peterson will look at him. And the pitch on the way. Over for a call and strike 1. You know, we do have some blue skies to the south and southwest. So things brightening somewhat here at Jack Ackman Field. 0-1 on Matt Konechny. Pitch by Peterson, ground ball right side, and gets through the hole for a base hit. Wenzel running third base, he'll try to score. The relay throw from Widman is cut off. RBI base hit for Matt Konechny. And the Dons on the scoreboard, trailing 2-1. Good piece of hitting by Mack as that that right side was open. The second baseman Drake Johnson shading towards second base. And Mack grounds one between first and second for that base hit. Carter Summer now batting for the Dons. He struck out his first time up, 0 for 1. Carter batting number 3 for the Dons today. Peterson gets set from the stretch. And he throws, popped up into shallow right field. Widman coming on a long run, and he won't get there. Falls for a base hit. Gets away, and the Dons have base runners at first and third. Carter Summer bloops one down the right field line.
Center fielder.
And Columbus now with base runners at first and third with 2 outs. For center fielder Ray Becker. So 3 straight hits here for the Dons in the third inning, all with 2 outs. And Columbus has scored once, looking to score again. Pecker popped to first base his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. Peterson working from the stretch. Turns and toes to first base, and Summer off the bag. He is picked off. Tyler Peterson picks off Carter Summer, tossing to first baseman Zach Rayborn, and that ends the Columbus third inning. Dons in the third, 1 run on 3 hits. No errors, 1 man left on base. Our line score now through 3 innings for Spencer, 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and they've left 4. Columbus, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. The Dons have left 2 runners on base.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
Or tenderloin and shrimp dinner on Sundays. Bring your family, bring your friends, and enjoy the many best of Marshfield that Nuts Deep 2 has to offer. Nuts Deep 2 Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North, Spencer.
High school baseball today on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Spencer batting top of the 4th. Leadoff man is DH Jackson Manicky. Singled his first time up. Fouls went back to the screen. The count on Manicky now 1 ball, 1 strike. Spencer batting top half of the 4th, leading the Columbus Dons 2-1 here at Jack Ackman Field. Manicky stands back in. Carter Eck is throwing for Columbus. Throws again. The ball hit in the air to deep left field. Lang goes back. The ball over his head to the warning track. Manicky to second base, and he'll stop there with a double. Jackson Manicky doubles to deep left field, and the Rockets have their 8th hit today.
Johnson.
And a leadoff base runner at second base. The second baseman, Drake Johnson, now batting for Spencer. Drake walked his first time up. Rockets have 8 hits today, but just 2 unearned runs to show for it. Johnson stands in, batting right-handed. Eckes from the stretch. Johnson shows bunt, takes the pitch over for a called strike 1. Coach Connect with some signs at third base. Johnson batting number 8 for the Rockets today. He digs in once again. Eckes gets set and fires. There's a foul back to the screen. Johnson swinging away on that pitch. He's now behind 0-2. Weather conditions improving a little bit. Wind dying down somewhat. Sun coming out, but still rather cool here at Jack Ackman Field today. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Johnson. Moves him back for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Columbus and Spencer scoring off in Clover Belt Conference baseball today here at Jack Ackman Field. Johnson back in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eckes again from the stretch. He now delivers. Ground ball back up the middle. And the shortstop, Summer, grabs it. He has the man between second and third. And the third baseman, Burnick, is run down. And now throw to second base, and the batter, Johnson, is safe there. Manicky thrown out trying to advance on that ball hit to shortstop. Summer to Burnick. And Ryan Burnick, the third baseman, ran him down for out number 1. And Johnson takes second base on the play. 1 out here in the Spencer fourth. And the catcher, Caden Deach, now batting for Spencer. Number 9 man, he struck out his first time up. Pitch by Eckes. A swing and a miss for strike 1. Spencer leads this ball game 2-1. Rockets batting top of the fourth. Runner at second base and 1 out. 0-1 on Caden Deach. He shows bunt here. Takes the pitch high for a ball. 1 strike. High school baseball this afternoon brought to us by Victory Apparel in Marshfield. For the newest styles and colors of local team wear, shop Victory Apparel in downtown Marshfield. 1-1 pitch, bunted in the air and foul ground, going out of play. Ball popped up behind home plate. No one could reach it. And the count on Deach now 0-2. Or 1-2 rather. And Johnson back to second base. One ball, 2 strikes on Caden Deach. Digs in once again. Eckes checks the base runner. And now delivers a big swing and a miss for strike 3. Carter Eckes now has 4 strikeouts today. The Spencer batter is leadoff man and pitcher Tyler Peterson, who has singled twice and scored 1 run for the Rockets this afternoon. Batting right-handed. Eckes working from the stretch. He delivers ground ball just outside the bag, foul at third base for strike 1. Boy, we've seen that about 3 or 4 times today. Ball down that left field line, foul by 6-8 inches. And there's another one. Peterson back in there, no balls and 1 strike. Good all-around ball player, pitcher and hitter. Tyler stands in once again. Eckes from the stretch. He now throws outside for a ball. 1 strike. Well, some bright sunshine popped out for about 4 seconds. Then went back behind the clouds once again. 1-1 on Peterson. Eckes delivers a big curveball, breaks high and tight for a ball. 2-1. Eckes now approaching 70 pitches, so he will unlikely be here for the duration today. He fires once again. Fly ball down the right field line. Frayne comes over near the line. Can't get there. Falls in the corner in right field for a base hit. Johnson scores and Peterson to second base with a double. And Tyler Peterson now 2 singles, a double, and a run batted in for Spencer. And the Rockets take a 3-1 lead. That ball hit down the right field line, and the right fielder Frayne was shaded towards right center field. So he had a very long run, a difficult challenge to get to that baseball, and couldn't quite get there. So Spencer now on top, 3-1. And center fielder Reed Connect now batting for the Rockets. That's Spencer's first earned run today. The pitch by Eckes, breaking ball a bit high for ball 1. Connect today has bounced into a fielder's choice and reached base on an error. 0 for 2 with a run scored. Peterson leads at second base. And the pitch by Eckes. Grounded back towards the mound. Gloved by Eckes. He'll toss to first base, a high throw, but grabbed by Timler, who steps on the bag. And the home plate umpire now is going to rule safe. He's going to rule safe. Timler claiming he came down either on the bag or swipe tagged the base runner or both. But the umpires say no. He missed the bag and missed the tag. So that will result in an error on the throw by the pitcher Carter Eckes. Don's second error tonight. Peterson goes to third base on the play, connected first for first baseman Zach Rayborn. The throw was offline. Timler claims he came back and touched the bag and also swipe tagged the base runner. The umpire said he did neither. So Rayborn digs in. Eckes from the stretch. He fires. Fly ball, foul ground on the first base side of the play for strike 1. Spencer on top, 3-1. Rockets batting top of the fourth. Runners at first and third, and 2 outs. Rayborn has bounced into a double play and struck out today, 0 for 2. Eckes throws once again, a bit high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eckes from the stretch. Delivers once again, ground ball towards second base. Scooped up by Maher, goes to first base in time to end the inning. Spencer in the fourth, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We've now played 3.5 innings, and our score is Spencer 3 and Columbus 1. We'll return to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you by Marshfield Area.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
You're listening to Cloverbelt Conference Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, and also on ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Columbus and Spencer meeting in this Cloverbelt Conference matchup this afternoon. Dons batting bottom half of the fourth, trailing Spencer 3-1. Leadoff man for the Dons in the fourth is center fielder Ray Becker. He popped to first his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. Tyler Peterson throwing for Spencer this afternoon. Has allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Has not walked a man, struck out 3 today. Becker digs in, the Columbus cleanup man today. Peterson winds and delivers, up and in for ball 1. Spencer on top, 3-1, Columbus batting. Bottom half of the fourth here at Jack Hackman Field. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Pitch on the way, low and outside for a ball, 2-0. That's now 48 pitches for Tyler Peterson by our count. Carter Eckes now at 75 through 4 innings on the Columbus side. Peterson throws 2-0. Across for a call strike, 2-1. 4, 5, and 6 batters due up for Spencer here, for Columbus in the Dons' 4th inning. Peterson set. 2-1 pitch on the way. That's high for ball 3. 3-1 on Ray Becker leading off the Columbus 4th inning. Peterson ready, winds and throws once again. High for ball 4. Dons have a leadoff base runner. That's the first walk issued by Tyler Peterson today. The first baseman, Devlin Timler, now batting for the Dons. Devlin struck out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Timler batting right-handed. Becker off first base, held there by Zach Rayborn. And Peterson throws over. Becker dives back in time.
First baseman Devlin Timler.
That wind still blowing out towards left field. Pretty strong breeze today. Timler digs in. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. Rather cool day for baseball, but we're playing nonetheless here at Jack Ackman Field. Columbus and Spencer meeting in this one this afternoon. 1 ball, no strikes on Devlin Timler. Again to first base, and Becker back in time. Because of that wind, the outfielder is quite shallow on both sides today. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Over for called strike, 1-1. The wind is blowing out towards left field, and we saw at least 1 ball go over the left fielder's head. That was a double hit by Manicky rather, for Spencer last inning. Toss to first base, and Becker back in time. But beyond that, the balls have been in front of the outfielders today. Time call is our base umpire, Bob Houts. Will dig the dirt away from first base. And Timler trots down to talk to Coach Kressel between home and third. Devlin back in there, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good lead by Becker at first base, and Peterson checks him. Peterson now delivers. That ball hit down the third base line, foul. Count now 1-2. Peterson ready once again. Throws high for a ball, 2-2. There is some action now in the Columbus bullpen. Carter Eckes, as we mentioned, now at 75 pitches through 4 innings. Unlikely he'll be around for the finish of this one. Peterson throws 2-2, a swing and a foul to the right side, heading out of play. Count on Timler stays, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dons down by 2, trying to come back in this one. Still lots of time left, only in the 4th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Devlin Timler. Becker leads at first base. And now the pitch by Peterson. Ground ball towards shortstop. Grabbed by Neiman. He then bobbles the ball. All hands are safe. Wes Neiman bobbles it. That's 2 errors on Spencer today. Coach Kressel coming to the Dons dugout. And talking to one of his assistants. But no changes on the field as Rocco Maher stands in. Rocco reached base on an error his first time up. 0 for 1. So scoring chance here for the Dons. Runners at first and second, and nobody out here in the Columbus 4th. Maher, the number 6 man in the Dons batting order today. Peterson from the stretch. Maher shows bunt. Bunts in front of home plate. Picked up by Peterson. He'll play to first base, and just in time, the second baseman, Drake Johnson, taking that throw for out number 1. But Maher does execute the sacrifice. Becker goes to third base, and Timler takes second base.
Third baseman, Ryan Burnick.
The third baseman, Ryan Burnick, now batting for the Dons. He struck out his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. Ryan now batting with 2 men in scoring position. Tying runs out there with 1 out here in the 4th inning. Peterson working from the stretch. Fires, popped up into shallow center field, and the shortstop, Wes Neiman, goes out and grabs it for the second out. Now 2 men down in the Dons' 4th, and left fielder Drew Lang will hit.
Left fielder Drew Lang.
Drew fly to left field his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Dons now looking for a 2-out hit or a defensive mistake to bring in some runs here and tie the ball game. Lang digs in, batting right-handed, slightly open stance. Peterson ready. He delivers, bit outside for ball 1. Spencer leads this ball game 3-1 as Columbus bats bottom half of the 4th. with runners at second and third and 2 outs. 1-0 on Drew Lang. Peterson gets set, throws again. That ball hit foul on the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Columbus Dons softball team playing Neillsville today at Marshfield Fairgrounds Park. That contest now underway. Spencer softball team playing a non-conference game at Rib Lake this afternoon. That game underway as well. 1 ball, 1 strike on Drew Lang. Peterson gets set, throws once again. Ground ball third base side, just foul. 1-2. Other softball games today: Assumption at Auburndale, Colby Abbotsford at Regis, Athens at Nakusa, Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran at Gilman, Phillips at Mellon, that's a doubleheader at Mellon today, Shawamigan at Tomahawk, Stevens Point at Menasha, Wausau East at Eau Claire North, Medford playing at Merrill, Lakeland at Rhinelander, and Three Lakes Phillips at Northland Pines in high school softball today. 1-2 on Drew Lang. He stands back in there. Peterson from the stretch. Now delivers. Fly ball down the left field line. Hooking foul again. Count on Lang stays. 1-2. Don's looking for a 2-out base hit right here. That could tie the ball game. 2 men in scoring position with 2 outs here in the 4th. Lang back in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyler Peterson throwing for Spencer. Gets his sign from Caden Deach. And now delivers. Grounded foul behind home plate. Count stays 1-2. No Columbus run this inning will be earned. Don's first run today was unearned as well. Spencer has 3 runs this afternoon, and 2 of those are unearned. So some defensive lapses helping both ball clubs today. Lang back in there, the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peterson again from the stretch. Checks the runners and now delivers. A swing and a miss to end the inning. 4 strikeouts for Tyler Peterson today. Columbus in the 4th. No runs on no hits. 1 error, a walk, and 2 men left on base. We've now played 4 innings, and our score is Spencer 3 and Columbus 1. We'll have more baseball coming up following these messages.
High school sports. Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
6 and Saturday 10 to 4. The Sports Den. Bike, board, ski, explore.
Let's get back to baseball here at Jack Hackman Field. Columbus and Spencer meeting in this Cloverbell Conference matchup this afternoon. Third baseman Dalton Post leads off the Spencer 5th inning against Columbus right-hander Carter Eckes. And the first pitch up and in for ball 1. Spencer 3, Columbus 1. Spencer batting, top half of the 5th here at Jack Hackman Field. 1-0 pitch, golfed fouled on the right side of the play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Post today has struck out and singled home a run. 1 for 2 with an RBI this afternoon. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Line back up the middle for a solid base hit. Right by pitcher Carter Eckes into center field. Well, the Rockets now have 10 hits in this ball game. Carter Lipke now batting for Spencer. Carter has flied to center and singled home a run. He's 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Eckes from the stretch. And the pitch to Lipke, ground ball third base side. That's a fair ball inside the bag. Post to second base, a wide turn. He'll stop there as left fielder Drew Lang gets that ball back in quickly. And Spencer has base runners at first and second with nobody out. The batter is shortstop Wes Neiman. He has 2 singles today. 11 hits for Spencer in this ball game, but only 3 runs, only 1 earned run. So Carter Eckes has held the Rockets in check in key situations today. Neiman stands in. The first baseman, Timler, comes in looking for a possible bunt. He does square, but takes a bit high for ball 1. Spencer already leads 3-1. The Rockets batting top of the 5th, with runners at first and second and nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes on Wes Neiman. Catcher Matt Kenichi giving some defensive signs here. Eckes from the stretch. Neiman shows bunt and takes over for a called strike. Quick toss to first base, and it goes into right field, but cut off quickly by the right fielder Frayne. Matt Kenichi tossing down the first base line. The second baseman Rocco Maher, who was covering the bag. Ball got by him, but covered quickly by the right fielder Frayne, so no advance. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wes Neiman. Stands back in there. Eckes ready. Neiman shows bunt. Takes high and tight for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rockets looking for some insurance. They lead by 2 here in the 5th inning. Neiman back in there. He shows bunt again. Bunt's in the air behind home plate, and Kenichi can't get there. Mack turned the wrong way, came out to the right side, the first base side, and the ball fell on the third base side of home plate. So Neiman back in there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bunt play may be off at this point. Neiman stands in there once again. Eckes working from the stretch. Sets and delivers. Fly ball foul, first base side. And the first baseman Timler takes a run at it, but it falls just out of play. Still 2-2. By our count, we have Eckes now for 84 pitches. So he's encroaching on that pitch limit of 100. Neiman back in there, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eckes checks the base runners and fires, popped up on the diamond right at first baseman Devlin Timler. He'll grab it for the out. Soft pop fly handled by Devlin for the first out. Runners hold at first and second. And the batter is Spencer DH Jackson Menike. Has a single and a double today. Eckes stays in the stretch here. And now delivers a swing and a miss for strike 1. Rockets have had their share of base runners today. 0-1 pitch. Curveball on the inside corner for a called strike 2. 0-2. On this date, by the way, back in 1917, Chicago White Sox pitcher Eddie Seacott, no hit. The St. Louis Browns winning 11-0. 0-2 pitch, rides high for a ball, 1-2. Seacott just 2 years later implicated in the 1919 Black Sox World Series scandal. 1-2 on Menike. There's a pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Ball in the dirt. Tossed down to first base. The runner off the bag. He'll be tagged out. So Menike strikes out for out number 2. And then Carter Lipke at first base, well off the bag. And catcher Matt Kenichi tosses down to first baseman Devlin Timler to retire Lipke and end the inning. Spencer in the 5th. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, 1 man left on base. We've now played 4.5 innings, and our score is Spencer 3, Columbus 1. We'll come back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball
At Ridgetop,
in
we
just a
are
moment.
your trusted local affordable
High school sports
renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we were working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
With more winter snow on the way, make your way to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located conveniently between Marshfield and Chili, just north of Highway 10, is ready to help you make snow removal easier. Visit Chili Implement and see how their complete selection of Kubota and Cub Cadet snow removal machines will simplify your winter. Chili Implement open Monday through Saturday for sales, service, and parts. Chili Implement will also help you finance your next purchase. You can also see more at chiliimplement.com.
Please stay with us for high school baseball today. Columbus and Spencer meeting in this Clover Mount Conference matchup. Don's batting, bottom half of the 5th inning.
The DH, Jude Becerra.
Leadoff hitter is the DH, Jude Becerra. He popped a short his first time up. Jude is 0 for 1 on the day. Facing Spencer right-hander Tyler Peterson. Tyler into his motion. Winds and delivers. Popped up on the right side. Second baseman Drake Johnson will call and make the play for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out in the Columbus 5th inning.
Pitcher, Carson Eckes.
Pitcher Carson Eckes now batting for Columbus. Has doubled and scored and flied to left. Batting left-handed. Peterson into his motion. Fires low and outside for ball 1. Columbus and Spencer meeting today. Clover Mount Conference baseball at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Peterson throws once again, missed the plate outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. There have been years we've played our opener at Jack Hackman Field much later than this. 2-0 delivery, up and in for a ball, 3-0. If we have a wet, soggy spring, this field gets pretty wet, pretty saturated. But in good shape today. 3-0 delivery. High for ball 4. And Eckes walks on 4 pitches. Second walk issued by Tyler Peterson. Don's hitter now is catcher Matt Konieczny. He has singled home a run and flied to left. 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Mack batting right-handed. Eckes off first base, held there by Zach Rayborn. Peterson working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball drops across for a call, strike 1. Our score is Spencer 3, Columbus 1. Don's batting, bottom half of the 5th, 1 out, 1 on. 0-1 on Matt Konieczny. Tyler Peterson throwing for Spencer today. He goes to first base, and Eckes dives in time. Close play. But Carson back in time. No balls, 1 strike on Matt Konieczny. Stands in there once again. Peterson again from the stretch. Sets himself and fires a curveball. Whacked foul. Hit hard, but foul. Down the third base line, 0-2. Well, we understand former Green Bay Preble basketball standout Carly Duffney will transfer to UW Green Bay and play college basketball for the Phoenix next season. 0-2 on Matt Konieczny. Peterson ready, goes to first base again, and Eckes dives back in safely. Duffney played the last 4 seasons at South Dakota and played 2 of those years for current Green Bay coach Kayla Carius. And last season, Duffney started every ball game for South Dakota, averaging 11 points and 4 rebounds per game. 0-2 pitch, runner going, ground ball to third, and glove by Post, only to play to first base in time for the out. But on that throw, Eckes goes all the way to third base. Heads up play by Carson Eckes. He was off at the pitch. And when Post went to first base to retire Konechny, Eckes kept running and gets all the way to third base on that infield ground out. And so Columbus is a base runner at third base with 2 outs for shortstop Carter Summer, who has struck out and singled today, 1 for 2. Peterson working from the stretch. He fires here, ground ball back up the middle, and into center field for a base hit. Eckes scores. The Dons now trail 3-2. Carter Summer with a run-scoring single back up the middle. Carson Eckes has scored both Columbus runs today. And the Dons now trail 3-2. Carter Summer now at first base with 2 outs, and Ray Becker batting. Ray has walked and popped up. Takes a pitch here for a called strike 1. So our score now, Spencer 3, Columbus 2. Dons batting bottom half of the 5th. Summer at first base and 2 outs. 0-1 on Ray Becker. Peterson working from the stretch. He fires high for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Duffney, by the way, a 5'10 forward. She has 1 year of eligibility left. She was redshirted in the 21-22 season, so she'll play 1 more year for UW Green Bay. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ray Becker. Peterson gets set and throws across for a called strike. Nice breaking ball by Peterson. 1-2 now on Ray Becker. Clouds moving in once again. We had some sunshine briefly, but now a lot of gray skies up there. 1-2 on Ray Becker. Peterson gets set, throws a big curveball that breaks high for a ball, 2-2. Lights are not on, by the way. Becker getting his sign from Coach Kresselt. Count on Becker, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Summer at first base, he runs pretty well. Takes a good lead down there. Peterson checks him. Here's the 2-2 pitch, line towards second base, and right at the second baseman Johnson. He'll grab it for the 3rd out and end the inning. Hit hard, but right at Drake Johnson to retire the side. In the 5th for Columbus, 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, a walk, 1 man left on base. Now after 5 innings, our score is Spencer 3, Columbus 2. More baseball coming up following these messages.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today.
We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Will change pitchers as Spencer bats in the 6th inning. Carter Summer moves in from shortstop to pitch, and Carson Eckes goes from the mound to shortstop. Eckes today goes 5 innings. He allowed 3 runs, 1 earned on 11 hits. Walked 1, struck out 4, and threw 89 pitches. And right-hander Carter Summer now throwing for Columbus. First man he'll face is Spencer shortstop Drake Johnson, who has walked and bounced into a fielder's choice, 0 for 1 with a run scored. Summer throws and misses low and outside for ball 1. Our score is Spencer 3, Columbus 2. Tight ball game here at Jack Hackman Field. Spencer batting, top half of the 6th inning. Summer throws once again, foul back to the screen. And the count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tight ball game today. Spencer's had some chances today. Summer working from the stretch. Delivers and misses the outside corner for a ball, 2-1. Rockets have 6 men left on base today. 11 hits, but only 1 earned run, 3 runs total. Here is the 2-1 delivery, and that's just outside for a ball, 3-1. Gray, gloomy day here in central Wisconsin, but we're playing baseball nonetheless. Now the 3-1 delivery, and that's up and in for ball 4. Johnson draws a leadoff walk to start the 6th inning. And the batter for Spencer is catcher Caden Dietschy, who has struck out twice, 0 for 2. Number 9 man in the Spencer batting order today. Johnson leads at first base, held there by Devlin Timler. He's going. Pitch is low and outside for a ball. Throw to second base is late. Stolen base for Drake Johnson. Spencer now 3 of 4 on stolen base tries today. The count on Dietschy, 1-0. And he is bent over at second base, now pulling himself up. You're listening to Clover Mount Conference Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Spencer leads Columbus 3-2 as Spencer bats top of the 6th. Drake Johnson at second base. The count on Caden Dietschy, 1 ball, no strikes. Timler now comes in at first base. Dietschy stands in once again. Summer from the stretch. Dietschy shows bunt and misses the bunt. He did attempt but missed it. And the count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Dark, gloomy day. Lights again are not on here at Jack Hackman Field. Now the 1-1 delivery. That's in there for a called strike, and the count now 1-2. Carter Summer on in relief of Carson Eckes for the Columbus Dons. Carson pitched well, but victimized by a couple of unearned runs early in the ball game. Here's the 1-2 delivery, low and outside and to the screen. That's a wild pitch, and sends Johnson down to third base. The count on Dietschy now 2-2, and Spencer has a man at third base with nobody out. And so the Dons may pull the infield in here. Playing about halfway, 2-2 on Dietschy. Pitch on the way, it's bound low for ball 3. The count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good scoring chance here for the Rockets to pad their lead. Full count pitch, in there for a called strike 3. Dietschy out on strikes. First strikeout for Carter Summer today. That's out number 1. Now here comes a dangerous man. Leadoff man and pitcher Tyler Peterson on base 3 times today with 2 singles and a double. He's also scored 1 run and has 1 RBI. Coach Kressel calls timeout, and he'll come out of the Columbus dugout for a conference here. Don's back to within 1 run and don't want to extend that deficit. But the dangerous Tyler Peterson standing in now for Spencer. Coach Kressel looking towards the Columbus dugout. And now one of the assistants coming out. now a ball player as well. Brock Weiland coming out of the dugout. And Carter Summer will leave. Not sure if Carter is has an injury situation, or perhaps reached a pitch limit, but the Dons will make a pitching change here. And Ray Becker comes in from center field, and he'll pitch. So Summer goes 1/3 of an inning. Allows no runs on no hits, walks 1, struck out 1. And Ray Becker comes in. He'll pitch now for the Dons. He's a right-hander. We'll see if Brock Weiland comes in to play somewhere in the outfield as well. Weiland now moving out to the outfield as Ray Becker takes his warm-up throws. Spencer on top of this ball game, 3-2. Rockets batting top of the 6th, 1 out and 1 on. As Ray Becker takes his warm-up tosses, let's pause for these messages.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by Four Choices, 114 East 14th Street, Marshfield.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
So Nolan Frayne may now be in center field. We'll check that for you. The Spencer batter is Tyler Peterson. Becker from the stretch. Throws to the screen. Low and outside. Gets away from Konechny. And Johnson scores on the wild pitch. Spencer now on top, 4-2. Drake Johnson scores on that wild pitch. That one run charged to Carter Summer. And the count on Peterson, 1 ball, no strikes. Base is empty now. And Becker working from the windup position. Sets and delivers. Low for a ball, 2-0. So our score now is Spencer 4, Columbus 2. Spencer batting, top half of the 6th inning. 2-0 on Tyler Peterson, on base 3 times today. Becker throws once again. Over for a called strike, 2-1. Rockets have 11 hits in this ball game. Only 2 earned runs, however. Here is the 2-1 pitch, dribbled out toward shortstop, but off of Peterson's foot, so that ball ruled a foul ball. And the count on Peterson now 2-2. Rockets lead now down to, or back up to 2 again. They've led the entire ball game since scoring 2 in the 3rd inning. Peterson back in there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Becker winds and throws high and outside for ball 3. Count full, 3-2. Make sure you tune in to WOSQ on Wednesday nights for a new program we have, hosted by Greenwood's Trajan Bogdanovich. Here's the full count pitch. Grounded foul behind home plate. 3-2. It's Wisconsin Sports on the Go with Trage. And he gives you his thoughts on Wisconsin sports with some special guests as well. Wisconsin Sports on the Go with Trage, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on 92.3 FM WOSQ. Full count pitch to Tyler Peterson. Line to third base, and by the third baseman, Burnick into left field for a base hit. Tyler Peterson with 4 hits today. 3 singles and a double. And Spencer has a one-out base runner for center fielder Reed Connect. Reed has been on base 3 times today with a fielder's choice and 2 errors. Officially 0 for 3 with a run scored. Hitting right-handed, Peterson leads at first base. Pitch from Becker down low for ball 1. Tyler Peterson carrying the Spencer Ball Club today. Strong effort on the mound, plus 4 hits at the plate today. The 1-0 to Reed Connect. Ground ball third base on, and backhanded by Burnick behind the bag. Gets up and throws late to first base. Infield hit for Reed Connect. And Peterson takes second base on the play. Nothing that Burnick really could do. He dove behind the third base bag to glove it, but really had no play as Connect beats it out. So Spencer base runners at first and second with 1 out. 1 run already in. Zach Rayborn now batting, the Spencer first baseman. 0 for 3. He's bounced into a double play. Struck out and bounced to second. Don's looking possible bunt once again. Timler comes in at first base. Becker from the stretch. Sets and delivers. Over for called strike 1. Our score now, Spencer 4, Columbus 2. Spencer batting, top of the 6th. Runners at first and second and 1 out. 0-1 on Zach Rayborn. Becker throws once again. Pop foul on the first base side, out of play. 0-2. Lots of base runners for Spencer today. He scored just 4 runs, only 2 earned in this ball game. Rayborn behind, 0-2. He steps out of the batter's box. Now back in there. Now Becker again gets set. And he delivers outside for a ball. 1-2. Rayborn, by the way, looks like he's one of those very, very rare baseball players who bats right and throws left. Don't see that very often in baseball. Rayborn back in there, a ball and 2 strikes. Tough spot here for Columbus right-hander Ray Becker. Sets himself, throws once again. Down low for a ball, 2-2. Good speed on the bases for Spencer here. At first base, Connect not being held on by Timler. The 2-2 pitch. Just missed a bit high and outside for ball 3. And the count on Rayborn now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. He digs in once again. Becker checking the base runners. Now fires up and in for ball 4 to load the bases. So Peterson goes to third base. Connect takes second. Rayborn to first for cleanup man Dalton Post. And Dalton today has 2 singles, an RBI. He's also struck out. Infield playing halfway here. And Becker working from the windup. Sets and delivers. Across for a called strike 1. Rockets trying to break it open here. They're up by 2 in the 6th inning. A couple of base hits could give them a big lead. Becker now throws 0-1. On the inside corner, called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes now on Dalton Post. Dalton batting cleanup for Coach Connect today. He stands back in there. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Low and outside and to the screen. And Peterson will score on that wild pitch. Runners move up. And Spencer leads 5-2. Ray Becker now with 2 wild pitches since he came in the ball game. Peterson scores. Connect to third base. Rayborn to second. The count on Post 1-2. And still 2 men in scoring position for the Rockets. Becker from the windup. Now delivers high and tight for ball 2-2. Rockets now extend their lead to 3 and still looking for more here in the 6th inning. Becker sets himself once again and fires. Low and outside, bounds away again. And Connect will score on the play. And Rayborn takes third base. That ball bounced for home plate. Konieczny knocked it down, but it rolled down the first base foul line for another wild pitch. Connect is in to make it 6-2 Spencer. Rayborn goes to third base. The count on Dalton Post now full, 3-2. Becker gets set and delivers. Popped foul on the first base side. Timler may have a play in foul ground. Gets there and makes the catch for the out. And Rayborn holds at third base. So Post fouls out for out number 2. Carter Lipke batting, the Spencer left fielder, has singled twice. Has 1 RBI. He's also fly to center this evening. So 3 runs in for Spencer. Here in the 6th, they now lead by 4. Lipke stands in, and Becker winds and delivers. Off the plate for ball 1. Our score now, Spencer 6, Columbus 2. Spencer batting top of the 6th. Rayborn at third base and 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes on Carter Lipke. And Becker throws once again, swung on and fouled. That ball may have hit him. Ball came way inside. Lipke swung. And he not only swung the bat, but the ball hit him. It's that far inside. And the umpires ruled out a swinging strike. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Carter back in there once again. Ray Becker, the 3rd Columbus pitcher, on the mound right now. Here is the 1-1 delivery. Popped up on the diamond on the right side. Timler at first base charging down the line. Gets there to glove it to end the inning. In the 6th for Spencer, 3 runs on 2 hits. No Columbus errors. 2 walks. 1 man left on base. We've played 5.5 innings, and our score now is Spencer 6 and Columbus 2. We'll come back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball in just a moment.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Spencer right-hander Tyler Peterson now working with a 4-run lead as Columbus bats in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 5, 6, 7 men due up for the Dons here in the 6th. First baseman Devlin Timler will bat first. Devlin has struck out and reached base on an error. He's 0 for 2. Dons have just 4 hits off of Peterson this afternoon, all but the first 3 men in the Dons batting order. Eckes, Konechny, and Summer. Timler stands in there. Peterson winds and delivers. Down low for ball 1. It's Spencer 6, Columbus 2. Dons batting bottom half of the 6th here at Jack Hackman Field. Peterson throws 1-0, up and in for a ball, 2 balls, no strikes. By our count, Peterson now is at 81 pitches. Working from the windup. 2-0 pitch on the way, that's high for ball 3. 3-0 on Devlin Timler leading off the Dons, 6th inning. Still a gray, gloomy day, rather dreary. Lights are not on here at Jack Hackman Field. The 3-0 delivery, up and in for ball 4. Timler walks on 4 pitches, the 3rd walk issued by Peterson today. Columbus batter is second baseman Rocco Maher. He has reached base in an error and sacrificed, 0 for 1. Dons need base runners, down by 4. As they bat here in the 6th. Maher stands in, Peterson from the stretch. Sets and delivers, high and outside for ball 1. Peterson now with 5 straight pitches out of the strike zone. He's been in command much of the day. Working from the stretch. Peterson throws again. That's in there for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peterson now has issued 1 base on balls in each of the last 3 innings. Count on Maher, 1-1. Pitch on the way, high and outside for ball 2-1. Rather gray and dark and gloomy evening here in central Wisconsin. As the dusk hour approaches, the 2-1 delivery, a swing and a miss, 2-2. And being rather cloudy and dark today, those conditions quite prevalent right now. 2-2 on Rocco Maher. Peterson gets set. Fires once again, pop foul over the screen and a play. Still 2-2 on Maher. Don's looking for base runners, down by 4 here in the 6th inning. Rocco digs in once again. Timler leads at first base. Good lead down there. He's going. Pitch on the way. Ground ball back up the middle. Peterson goes to Johnson for 1, but he drops the ball, and all hands are safe. A low throw by the pitcher, Tyler Peterson. And the second baseman, Johnson, could not handle it. And so all hands are safe. Timler takes second base. Maher to first. It'll be a throwing error on the pitcher, Peterson. Lights now are coming on here. Coach Kressel making a change. And Aiden Piper coming out to bat for Ryan Burnick.
Pinch hitter, Aiden Piper.
Right-handed hitter Aiden Pieper will bat for Burnick. Ryan Burnick struck out and popped a short. Earlier today, he's 0 for 2. Lights now are on. So that does help the situation considerably. 3 Spencer errors today. Scoring chance for the Dons. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Peterson from the stretch. Sets and fires on the inside corner for a call and strike 1. Spencer leads this ball game 6-2. Columbus batting bottom half of the 6th. With base runners at first and second and still nobody out. 0-1 pitch to Pieper. A swing and a miss. 0-2. Coach Kressel has some signs at third base. Pieper back in there. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Peterson gets set, throws again, popped up on the diamond, and the first baseman Rayborn will grab it for out number 1. Pieper pops up for out number 1. No advance by the base runners. The Columbus batter now, left fielder Drew Lang. Lang has flied to left and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Don's looking for a couple of big hits right here, get back in the ball game. Peterson working from the stretch. He fires in there for a called strike 1. High school baseball action on Tuesday on ZaleskiSports.com. Columbus at Spencer. At Spencer High School tomorrow, game time 5 p.m. 0-1 pitch on the way. That's a cross for a call strike, nothing in 2. DC Everest and Marshfield here at Jack Hackman Field tomorrow, game time 5 p.m. Greenwood at Loyal in baseball action tomorrow. Merrill at Stevens Point. Rapids at Wausau East. Nothing in 2 on Drew Lang. Peterson fires once again. Runners going. Pitch in there for a called strike 3. Throw to third base. Is a bit late. Bounces in. And Timler steals it on a double steal. So Lang out on strikes. For out number 2, that's 5 strikeouts for Peterson today. But the Dons work a double steal. Timler to third base and Maher to second with 2 outs. The batter is the DH, Jude Becerra. Takes a pitch high for, or on the outside corner for called strike 1. All those baseball games tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com. Nothing in 1 on Becerra. Peterson from the stretch. Fires high for ball, 1 strike. So the Dons now with 2 men in scoring position. With 2 outs here in the 6th, looking for a big 2-out hit from Jude Becerra. Peterson throws 1-1. Bit low for ball, 2-1. Softball tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com. Auburndale at Assumption. Wausau East at DC Everest. Marshfield at Wisconsin Rapids and Pacelli at Medford. Here's the 2-1 delivery. A cross for a called strike. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jude Becerra. Jude digs in once again. Peterson stays in the stretch here. Now sets himself and delivers. Ground ball third base side. Post will charge, grab it, fires to first base, and just in time to end the inning. Well done by third baseman Dalton Post, and a nice scoop out by first baseman Zach Rayborn on that low throw to retire the side. In the 6th for Columbus, no runs on no hits. 1 error, 1 walk, 2 men left on base. We head to the 7th inning with Spencer leading Columbus 6-2. Back with more baseball following these messages.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
The doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Safety is important, don't you think?
Spencer batting, top half of the 7th with a 4-run lead. Leadoff man for the Rockets is shortstop Wes Neiman with 2 singles and a pop out today. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Facing Columbus right-hander Ray Becker. Ray winds and throws. Over for a call, strike 1. Spencer leads it 6-2. Rockets batting top of the 7th here at Jack Hackman Field. 0-1 on Wes Neiman. Wes ready, throws once again. Lone inside for ball, 1 strike. By our count, by the way, Tyler Peterson of Spencer now has thrown 100 pitches. And there is some action in the Spencer bullpen. The 1-1 to Wes Neiman outside for ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Rockets with 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 2 in the sixth. Columbus scored single runs in the third and fifth tonight. Now the 2-1 pitch on the way. That bounces in for ball 3. 3-1 on Wes Neiman, leading off the Spencer 7th inning. Wind picking up once again. Boy, a cool, gray, dreary day here at Jack Hackman Field. Here is the 3-1 delivery. That just missed the inside corner for ball 4. Neiman draws a base on balls, the 4th issued by Columbus pitching today. And here's the DH, Jackson Manicky. Jackson today has singled, doubled, and struck out. He's 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Wind still blowing quite briskly out towards left field. Becker from the stretch. Now delivers, hits him in the shoulder. Manicky hit by the pitch. And Spencer now with base runners at first and second. And nobody out. Brings up the second baseman, Drake Johnson, who has walked twice. And bounced into a fielder's choice. 0 for 1 with 2 runs scored. You're listening to Cloverbell Conference Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. The pitch to Johnson, in there for a called strike 1. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Columbus and Spencer meeting in this Cloverbell Conference matchup today. Spencer batting top of the 7th. They lead 6-2. Runners at first and second, still nobody out. The 0-1 to Drake Johnson, up and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ray Becker is the 3rd Columbus pitcher. Carson Eckes started, was relieved by Carter Summer in the 6th, but Carter only threw to 2 men, then came out of the ball game. Becker throws again, in there for a called strike. Quick toss to first base, but Manicky back in time. The count on Johnson now 1-2. So Ray Becker came in when Carter Summer left the ball game after pitching to 2 batters in the 6th inning. 1-2 now on Drake Johnson. Becker throws once again, low, and gets away from the catcher. Count on Johnson now 2-2. Neiman moves to third base, and Manicky takes second. Becker now has thrown 4 wild pitches since he came in the ball game last inning. Count on Johnson 2-2. Becker now working from the windup. Sets and delivers. Pop foul to the screen. Count stays 2-2. Tight ball game until Spencer scored 3 runs in the 6th to build a 4-run lead. Now looking for more with 2 men in scoring position. And the Dons infield comes in. 2-2 on Drake Johnson. Becker into his motion. Delivers, line to right field for a base hit. Neiman will score. Manicky to third base. He'll round third. He'll come home as well. Relay throw is too late. 2-run single for Drake Johnson. And Spencer now on top 8-2. As Neiman and Manicky both score on the play. Drake Johnson singles. Drives in 2 more runs. We have a pinch hitter for Spencer. Connor Cook will bat for Caden Dietschy.
Pinch hitter, Connor Cook.
Caden 0 for 3, struck out 3 times. So Connor Cook comes in, he'll bat for Spencer. Rockets now with 3 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th to build a 6-run lead. Cook digs in with Johnson down at first base. Ray Becker throwing for Columbus. From the stretch, he delivers a high fly ball, deep but foul, down the left field line on a play for strike 1. Cook in front of it. Hit the ball a long way, but foul. No balls, 1 strike. "14 hits for Spencer today. Becker gets set once again and throws a high fly ball to center field. Frank moves in, gets there, makes the play for the out. And Johnson back to first base. That's out number 1. Now here comes Spencer pitcher Tyler Peterson looking for his 5th hit of the day.
Pitcher Tyler Peterson.
Tyler has 3 singles, a double, 2 runs scored, and a run batted in. Looking for a 5-hit day today. The Rockets leadoff man. Johnson leads at first base. And Becker now delivers up and in for ball 1. It's Spencer 8, Columbus 2. Spencer batting, top of the 7th. 1 out, 1 on. 1 ball, no strikes on Tyler Peterson. Ray Becker working from the stretch. Gets set and fires up and in for a ball, 2-0. Clover Belt Conference Baseball today on WOSQ, brought to us by Poor Choices, 114 East 14th Street in Marshfield. Now the 2-0 delivery. High fly ball in foul ground on the first base side. Timler will have a look, may have a play. He'll grab it for the out. Peterson fouls out to Timler at first base for out number 2. And Johnson holds at first base. Stop by Poor Choices. You can dine in or carry out by calling 715-207-0358. Daily lunch specials and Friday fish fry baskets at Poor Choices on East 14th Street in Marshfield. Reed Connect now batting for Spencer. Ground ball towards shortstop. Eckes will charge it, glove it, fire to first base in time to end the inning. In the 7th for Spencer, 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors, a walk, a hit batter, 1 man left on base. We head down to the bottom half of the 7th inning with Spencer leading Columbus 8-2. And back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball in just a moment.
Wondering what's cheaper?
High school sports coverage is brought to you by
Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Tyler Peterson has thrown his 100, and so Dalton Post comes in to pitch for the Rockets. Fine outing today for Tyler Peterson. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits, walked 3, struck out 5.
Shortstop Carson Eckes.
Dons have their leadoff man, Carson Eckes, starting the Columbus 7th inning as Dalton Post finishes his warm-up throws. First of all, Dalton going to take off his, he's been wearing a sweatshirt under his uniform jersey and now determines that that is inhibiting his pitching motion. So Dalton removes that, puts his jersey back on. Spencer with 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Dons came back with 1 in the bottom half of the 3rd. Spencer a single run in the 4th inning to grab a 3-1 lead. And the Dons scored 1 in the 5th to make it 3-2. Spencer then came back and scored 3 in the 6th and 2 more in the 7th to grab their current 8-2 advantage. Right-hander Dalton posts. A new pitcher, Tyler Peterson, moves over to 3rd base for Spencer. Carson Eckes batting for the Dons. Carson has flied to left, doubled, and walked. 1 for 2. He scored twice. Batting left-handed. Post working from the stretch here. Sets and delivers. Across for a call, strike 1. Columbus batting bottom half of the 7th, trailing Spencer 8-2 in this Clover Belt Conference matchup today. Post now throws 0-1. Fly ball, shallow center field. Neiman out, Connect comes in, and Reed Connect from center field makes the play for out number 1. 1 man down in the Columbus 7th. The batter now is the catcher, Mac Konieczny. Mac has flied to left, singled home a run, and bounced to 3rd. 1 for 3 with a run batted in. Mac stands in there. And Post throws here. Ground ball towards shortstop. Neiman will grab it. Fires to first base a bit high off the bag, and Mac is on. Errant throw by shortstop Wes Neiman. Took the first baseman Rayborn off the bag. Throwing error on Neiman. That's the 4th Spencer error of the night. Carter Summer is scheduled batter, but instead he'll be replaced by Brock Weiland. Came into play in the outfield when Carter left the ball game. Brock Weiland batting, first pitch across for a call, strike 1. Spencer on top, 8-2 as the Dons bat home half of the 7th. Next pitch to the screen, inside into the screen. Wild pitch sends Konieczny to second base. The count on Weiland now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lights are on here at Jack Hackman Field. A gray and gloomy day here in central Wisconsin, but we're playing baseball nonetheless. 1-1 on Brock Weiland. Post throws again. Popped up in foul ground on the 3rd base side, hitting out of play. Count on Weiland now 1-2. Batting for the first time today. Columbus and Spencer also meet in baseball tomorrow at Spencer High School. Game time for that contest, 5 p.m. Now Post gets set. And here's the 1-2 delivery. Ground ball towards 3rd and right through Peterson into left field. Konieczny stops at 3rd base. Error on the 3rd baseman, Tyler Peterson. That's 5 Spencer errors in this ball game. All on the infield. Konieczny now at 3rd base. Weiland at first for Ray Becker. Ray has popped to first, walked, and lined to second. He's 0 for 2. Marshfield and D.C. Everest meet in baseball tomorrow right here at Jack Hackman Field. Game time 5 p.m. That broadcast 4:45 tomorrow on WOSQ and on ZaleskiSports.com. Pitch to Becker is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Also in baseball tomorrow, Auburndale at Assumption. Stratford plays at Newman. Marathon at Edgar. Next pitch dribble down the 3rd base side going foul. 0-2 on Ray Becker. Greenwood plays at Loyal tomorrow. Rib Lake at Athens. Abbotsford Colby at Shawamigan. Thorpe Owen Withy at Neelsville. That game will be broadcast tomorrow on 92.7 FM WPKG at 4:45. Stanley Boyd at Bloomer. Fall Creek at Cadott. Prentice at Phillips. Wisconsin Rapids at Wausau East tomorrow. 0-2 pitch, ground ball back to the box, grabbed by Post. He'll go to second for 1, on to first base for the double play. And that ends the ball game. The Rockets turn a 1-4-3 double play to end this contest, and Spencer wins this Clover Mount Conference matchup this afternoon. Columbus in the 7th, no runs on no hits, 2 errors, 1 man left on base. Our final score, Spencer 8, Columbus 2. Back with a recap following these messages.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
14 hits, 5 errors, and 8 runners left on base. For Columbus, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. The Dons left 8. Winning pitcher Tyler Peterson went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, both earned. Let's check that. Gave up 2 runs, yes, both earned, on 4 hits. Walked 3, struck out 5. Dalton Post through the 7th inning, gave up no runs on no hits, walked none, struck out none, allowed 2 base runners because of errors, and did throw 1 wild pitch, but he preserves the win for Spencer. Columbus starter Carson Eckes went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, 1 earned on 11 hits. Walked 1, struck out 4. Carter Summer threw 1/3 of an inning, allowed 1 run on no hits, walked 1, struck out 1, threw 1 wild pitch. Ray Becker went the final inning in 2/3, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, walked 2, hit 1, and threw 4 wild pitches. Spencer's top batter today, Tyler Peterson, 3 singles, a double, and a run batted in. Dalton Post, Carter Lipke each had 2 singles and an RBI. Jackson Manicky singled and doubled, and Drake Johnson singled, knocked in 2 more runs for Spencer. Columbus led by Matt Kinsey with a single and a run batted in, and Carter Summer 2 singles and an RBI as well. Spencer wins this ball game by a final score of 8-2. We'll come back with our final thoughts on this ball game in just a moment.
High school sports action is being